Hey guys, welcome back to the Sunday Ask Me Anything Sunday night show. So hang on. Let me get back into my screen first to see how's things going on over here. All right, are we good? Are we good? Are you seeing a live over here? Okay, I think we're good. All right, guys. Welcome to the Ask Me Anything Sunday night show. This is Jason. If this is the first time we meet, welcome in. Okay, just a brief introduction. My name is Jason. I help brands, businesses navigate success with effective Facebook advertising techniques. So for this session, is very straightforward. We talk about Facebook advertising, and we go live. I go live once a week at like right now. You're seeing right now. Every Sunday night at 10 p.m. I'll come live to answer your questions about Facebook advertising. So if you're watching the replay, welcome. If you're watching it live, welcome. All you need to do is very simple. I don't care whether you're watching this in the replay or you're live. Type your questions about Facebook ads. Type away just in the comment section below, and I'll be answering your questions. Quickly go over them. So as usual, I will bring up some questions that I received from you guys, whether you posted it on Facebook group or my YouTube channel, or some even actually posted it to my Instagram. Although I don't really respond to you often, but like I said, I'm gonna do like over here so that everybody can benefit learning from the questions. So that's the beauty of it, right? So if this is the first time you're here, I want to really welcome you to the community, whether you're watching this in the Facebook group or you're watching this on the YouTube channel. All right, so a bit of introduction about me. I've been helping brands, big and small, navigating success on Facebook ads and digital marketing since 2010. So for the past 11 years, I've managed close to more than 200 plus brands, okay, in terms of helping them to navigate success. And I've guided more than tens of millions. To be frank, I actually lost count. I'm also a Facebook Blueprint certified professional. So I'm certified since 2017. So it's like, whatever you'll be learning from me are legit, I would say, because we are guided by Facebook per se. At the same time, I'm also a Facebook preferred marketing partner, which means we need to actually manage or guide at least 300 over 1,000 in the past 6 months. So yeah, that pretty much says how much experience we have in terms of really navigating success with Facebook ads. So type away, okay? I may not say that I have the best answer in the world for you right now, but to be frank, all you need to do is just post your questions, and we can have discussion. Or that's the beauty of the community all put together. All right. So yeah, I just want to quickly do a before I dive into the questions that I received from you guys. I want to do a quick plug about some activities, because for those who know my community, I actually do a lot of Facebook ads and digital marketing related trainings and programs. We have class, workshops, and all coming up. So May is one of the craziest months for me, because we launched quite a number of programs over here in May. So I just want to quickly share with you a few things, right, that you can actually take advantage on if you want to really level up in many areas. Past 2 weeks, we talk about a few things, but one of the most important things that I want to share with you here is this thing. Okay, for those who are in e-commerce business, for those who are in, any lead generation businesses, like whether you are a real estate agent or whether you are a financial planner, insurance agent, you probably have gathered quite a number of emails. So if you are e-commerce, especially real estate, and even if you're an expert or coach, that you have been gathering emails, what I'm actually trying to say here is, what I'm actually trying to share with you here is, if you're not leveraging on email to become one of your so-called selling machine, you're actually leaving a lot of money on the table. So what happened to me is, in the past 6 months, I recorded an average. I actually made more than $2 from each email subscriber every month, consistently in the last 6 months. So you just want to consider, if you have been selling on e-commerce, let's take e-commerce for example, right? You sell on Shopee, Lazada, or even if you have your own e-commerce store, you have been receiving these orders coming from, whoever, right, who is interested in your product or services. So the thing here is, you have been collecting their information, especially emails. Now, what I'm actually trying to say here is that if you know how to actually create an email marketing framework that really works. Okay, you can actually make a lot more money from these people, because statistics says it is 7 times easier to sell to people who bought from you before compared to selling to those cold audiences. So instead of keep on digging how to run ads more effectively, how to find your audience more effectively and all that, right? What I'm actually saying here is that you have a gold vault in front of you. It's like a gold mine that is waiting for you to discover. So all I want to do here is I'm inviting you to join my workshop, which is going to be on the 1st of June. And this is the link. So I'm going to dissect exactly what I did in terms of the whole framework. How did I make 10,000 from my 3,000 plus email subscribers alone in the last 1 month? Last month, only 3,000 email subscribers, I made 10,000 US dollars. By selling my courses and all that. Of course, you have to do it in a very strategic way. And on Tuesday at 3 p.m., here's the link for you to sign up if you're interested. This is where my friend Andrew, who is an email marketing expert, is going to join me to dissect my framework. So Andrew is going to come in and share with you what he found. What he found that I do that that is different compared to the normal practice, and why did it work? And he will also give us some recommendations on how can we improve further from there. So it's a very meaningful workshop. We estimate it's gonna be like about 2 hours kind of thing. So if you have an email list, okay, especially if you have been selling on e-commerce, whether it's on marketplace or your own website, which is you have gathered a number of subscribers or people who bought from you before, or if you are an expert, you have been using this lead magnet to pull people into your universe, but you do not know how to make use of them. All right. And of course, if you have been running a lead generation campaign for your real estate business, for your insurance business, for your financial planning business, you need to join this workshop. Okay. So this is a quick plug. This is the link. And we call it the email sell via email workshop. So that's the first thing that I want to actually highlight to you. So this is where Andrew and I is going to dissect the whole thing on what worked and what didn't. But if you say that, okay, Jason, I know it's cool, I don't have time to go through the 2-hour session with you, I just want to quickly, okay, I have a list and I believe, okay, Ken, I can make money with the list. I trust you. And can you just help me do that? In fact, Andrew and I just partner up to actually help 10 businesses. Okay, we can only take 10 businesses at a time. So if you have at least 1,000 email subscribers in your list and you gather at least 1,000 people in a legit way, and you believe that you can actually make money from them, but you do not know how, you want us to do it for you, so you can actually go to this link. Andrew and I is going to work with you for 3 months, okay, to build your framework. So it's done for you, meaning that Andrew is going to write your email. I'm going to come in and say that, look, let's try something crazy over here. I'm crazy in strategies and frameworks, and Andrew is very, technical and a very careful guy, talented guy. So you have 2 brains working on your project. So that's the beauty of it, right? So if you want somebody to do that for you, this is the link for you to sign up for a, you need to apply first. So we will actually have a call with you to understand your business model, to see if there is any area that we can really come in and help. If we are a fit, then we will give you an offer to come on board in this program. So yeah, so that's the thing. And right, we have another program, which is crazy, right? I know, right? But I partner up with Chunyan, okay? If you have been, following me, you know that I've been talking about business with Chunyan in the past 2 weeks. And to be very frank, right, although I specialize in Facebook advertising and digital marketing, in fact, for the past 10 plus years, one of the things that I do most is really to build businesses. I have actually, I have built and failed more than 20. I built 20 businesses and I failed more than a dozen of them. And I actually learned a great deal. And along the way, I work with 200 plus businesses. So, I have actually gathered quite some interesting so-called insights to share. But most importantly, what we are actually doing here is that Chunyan and I have something in common, which is last year, our business was really failing. Okay, I run a digital academy, like what like Facebook Ads Academy, and Chunyan runs a fitness program. So both of our businesses were failing, but both of us actually found a framework and rebuilt our business from 0 revenue to 6-figure revenue in a matter of months. I built it in about 5 months' time, and Chunyan did it in about 3 months' time. So it's a framework that is proven on businesses like us. So if you're a coach, if you're a business owner, if you're an agency owner, a consultant, an expert, and you believe that you're ready to take advantage of this kind of proven framework to launch yourself as a high value so-called coach or expert in the market to start attracting high paying clients by selling high, what do we call it? High ticket offer. This is the link that you can apply. So we are taking maximum 20 businesses to go through an 8-week program with us. So in these 8 weeks time, we're going to go through a lot of exercises to help you discover your niche, building your offer. We will teach you how to sell high ticket offer. How do you get discovered by your audiences and all that? So these are all proven framework. So if you are really ready and say that I want to take advantage of this round of the lockdown, we are into another lockdown. I don't care. I just want to start building something on my own, right? Come in. This is the link that you can actually sign up. Also, you need to go through application. When you apply, and we're gonna have Junin and I is gonna have this schedule a one-to-one call for half an hour with you to understand. Very big on YouTube, and he also built his business from scratch. Through the pandemic last year, from zero to awesome revenue over there, right? So what's up, Wing? How are you, man? Okay, now that's the thing. Now we have a question from Ayman. Ayman said he sells perfume. Can you give me some tips to do ads more effectively? I just bought your Facebook ads for Shopee course. Very useful. Thank you so much, Ayman. Thank you so much for signing up. Facebook ads for Shopee course is one of my best-selling course. You are actually joining close to about 400 plus, so-called Shopee sellers who enroll in this course and from all around the world. Thank you so much, Ayman. Now, if you are talking about perfume, okay, if there is any tips I can offer to you is to be very frank, right? If you go through the whole program, that I will share with you that what makes a good Facebook ads campaign, there are 3 main pillars. Okay, the most important thing is you have to be able to send the right message to the right people to get the right action. So 3 things are very important. The right message being the creative. So you need to actually be very careful on the creative. Okay, so what I would actually suggest here is that you test one set of creative at a time, but follow the framework that we have in the Shopee course, that we have the 2-step funnel framework. Usually the tier 1, we must use a slideshow or, together with the instant experience, which I already explained to you why. And you want to start focusing on the product. You have to remember when it comes to creative, it's all about what is in for me. What do you want me to do? You want to actually go on and tapping on the intent instead of, focusing too much on the selling part. So you got to have a balance over there. And when it comes to audience, Ayman, I would suggest that you go for, usually we have a framework. If you're not spending a lot of money, let's say if you're spending less than $1,000 on Facebook ads on a monthly basis, I would recommend that you don't go for more than 10% of the population. Let's say for Malaysia's case, right? We have about 27 million Facebook users. We don't want to go a lot bigger than 10%. So that's kind of like a threshold if you're not spending big, because if we go for too big an audience, the probability may not help you get the audience. I mean, the right people to take action. So yeah, and of course, the other part is your action. So we talk about traffic all the time when we are using the Shopee, when we're actually running ads for Shopee. But you got to be very careful. You want to start tracking the number of clicks that you're getting on the Facebook ad side, as well as when you're actually going over, how many clicks are you getting. So you need to actually have some synchronization, because it's not that straightforward. When it comes to Shopee, it's a bit different because it's a different ballgame over there. So yeah, we want to actually do a bit of tracking. But Ayman, all the best. Don't forget, you're inside this Facebook group already, or you are actually subscribed to my YouTube channel. Any questions, post back, okay? So that we can have meaningful conversation as we move along. Thank you so much, Ayman. And the next one we have, oh, by the way, before this, we have Wing saying a lot of great courses from my side. Thank you. Yes, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. This year, I want to build at least 50 courses. I'm not just running my own courses at the moment. In fact, I'm working together with great people like Wayne and my friends Xander. Next week is with Andrew and all these people who are great in their respective field, because we believe Facebook advertising is just one of the area that we need to master. In fact, there are many more things. Like if you guys want to learn how to build and optimize Shopee store, right? We have a course. In fact, we just did a course with Weng Han, which is a live course, but we're gonna, what do we call? We're gonna edit it and we're gonna make it an evergreen course that you can start buying. So I'm not sure whether if you're watching this later, not today, we haven't launched it yet, then you'll be able to buy that. So, and then we have Xander talking about design, and then we have Andrew talking about email. So that's the beauty of me having this bunch of good friends in my community because we can help each other. The idea here is it's a lot easier if we are growing together on blog as a community instead of we ourselves trying to go out and find, oh, how can I learn this? Do I need to learn this? How do I find the better way to see this and do this and all that, But with a community, in a community like this, I think it's a very meaningful thing that we have that we can grow together, especially now. I call this the accelerated evolution of accelerated digital evolution era, where the lockdown really moved a lot of people online, and behavior is shifting fast, and a lot of things we need to really kind of adapt and move fast in order to stay ahead of competition. So just a quick shout out, right? If you're watching this or even you are watching the replay, if there is any friends that you believe they're stuck and you believe digital marketing, many angles like Facebook advertising and a lot of other things can help them, I would say, yeah, just come together and bring them into the community. Either introduce them to my YouTube channel or bring them into the Facebook group that you're in right now. I'm actually expanding and working with a lot more interesting people. Like we have Jera over here. What's up, Jera? Jera is damn good with personal branding. So if you guys are, because especially if you're an expert, especially if you're a coach, like a consultant, or you are doing business that need to actually deal with people, you need to look good, because that gives you, that's actually help boost your confidence. If you don't look good, right, when your confidence level is not there, you won't be able to command a lot of things, like whether you are in a negotiation, whether you are actually doing some, selling and all these kind of things. So, especially if you are an expert, you're trying to come out and appear into in front of the community, Jera can help. And we're going to work together in something in the future. So look forward to that. All right, Jera? Yeah, so a lot of cool things coming over. So these are the things, these are the community that I have, so all these are good friends. Okay, now, before I go over, I have another question from yes. Okay, anyway. So yes is asking, can we put in more than one Facebook pixel on store to track the ad performance? Technically, yes, you can. However, I just want to understand why do you want to put in more pixel? Because there is no limitation on how many pixels you can put in, but fundamentally, what our best practice in managing pixel is this. We put one pixel on one domain, meaning that let's say we have abc.com, we put one pixel. So we don't do like abc.com/1, we put one pixel, abc.com/2, we put another pixel. That's the wrong thing to do. So we usually just keep one pixel because we want to keep them learning. We want to actually, just make sure that one pixel is learning in the best way in order for us to do more things like retargeting and other optimization stuffs and all that. But if you are having a website that maybe you have multiple, what do we call stakeholders. Maybe you have some partners also want to track some activities and all that. You can, there's no issue by putting in more than one Facebook pixel. But the downside would be if you have too many pixels, it would actually slow down the website loading speed. There are some technical, probabilities that you want to look into when you have too many pixels on your website. Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, thank you for the question. Yes. Now I want to quickly bring up some questions that I get from the community. I don't have a lot of them, but I think some of them are actually worth talking about. So first thing first, we have from Robert. Okay, I think Robert left this comment on my free training. I have a free training talking about how to boost Shopee and Lazada store sales with Facebook ads. So yeah, if you are watching this on my YouTube channel, you know that I have a lot of videos that you can actually go through. You find a lot of answers to your Facebook ads related questions, and I have some free trainings as well that you can actually navigate. So feel free, just browse around, have fun, right? And if you have any questions regarding whatever topic that we have over there, just leave your comment in that particular video. Most of the time, I won't come in and answer your comment, but watch out to this live session where I will go live every Sunday night to answer. I will bring all the comments over here to answer like this, right? This is from Robert. Robert, he's asking, what campaign objective did I choose on Facebook Ads Manager? For this one, if you're driving your audience to a destination beyond Facebook, okay, you are effectively trying to get traffic over, you should use traffic. You shouldn't use conversion. Why? Because conversion is only suitable when you are driving your audience to a destination that you have your Facebook pixel installed. So if you don't have pixel installed, Robert, like if you're driving to Shopee and Lazada, traffic. And you got to be very careful in terms of optimization, okay? You choose link click instead of landing page view, because landing page view is only meant for those when you're driving your traffic to a website that you have pixel installed. Else, if you drive to Shopee, you don't have a pixel installed that is linked to your Facebook ad account, you cannot calculate. It cannot reflect into the result. So you got to be very careful on that. So if you're driving over and you don't have CPAS, you're just driving it over to your store in that way, link click under traffic, link click optimization. Okay, thanks Robert for the question. Next question we have from Abby. Okay, Abby also just purchased my Facebook ads for Shopee course. Thank you so much, Abby. And she said she's very thankful. I learned so much for the course. I'm glad. Thank you, Abby. So, okay, Abby is a new Facebook ads strategist, and she says she currently has a client who's planning to run ads on Shopee. So Abby is asking, how can she convince the client to run ads on Facebook instead? Yeah, okay, now for this thing, right? So we're looking at Shopee ads and Facebook ads. Now, I would say if you ask me which one is more effective, I'll say both are effective in their own way. Okay, but how would I use it? Like, for example, I give two scenarios for you to consider, right? So if you're selling something that you know that there are already a lot of people looking for it, like let's say, for example, if you're selling maybe mouse, okay, and you know that on Shopee itself, there are already a lot of people looking for mouse, and you believe your price is competitive, and you have a good product, and you already built your listing well and all that, which if you do not know how, you need to go through Wing Hon's class, which we're going to put it up soon. Wing Hon just did a live training with us talking about, fantastic learning. 2 hours. How do you build a Shopee store that convinces people to buy? Awesome, right? So if everything is done right, you can actually use Shopee ads, because effectively, those people who are already in Shopee looking for that product will have very high intent. They are very likely to buy. So if you are selling such product, then you should actually consider Shopee ads. Okay, but if you're selling something that do not have a lot of searches, let's say you're trying to introduce a new product or new category into the market, you just bought in this thing and you say that it's going to change the world over here, right? So in that case, if it's a new product that we do not have a lot of high demand or high searches in the marketplace itself, you should use Facebook, because Facebook gives you a different, as we all know that when we run ads on Facebook, we have a lot more things. We can do video, we can do square image and different formats and all that. It gives us more opportunity to introduce ourselves in a more meaningful way, meaning you can actually run a video to tell people how to use it, or you can do a two-step funnel like what we have been using in our all Facebook ads campaign, just to let people get familiarized and get in more information to come over. And of course, when they go over and they don't buy, we usually have our tier 2 to retarget them, right? So that's the best thing ever. So yeah, in two scenarios for your consideration. I wouldn't say which one is better. So we have to give meaningful consideration, Abby, because as an agency, which I've been running an agency for like 10 plus years, although we don't take in new clients right now, we actually, I know a fair bit about agency running. So when it comes to agency, what we need to do, in fact, is not just trying to convince client to come over to our side, but we need to give meaningful recommendation. So in that case, right, we need to look at the product that the client is carrying, but you can always tell them, look, I'm not saying that you should, let's put it this way. You shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. So you can distribute. So you say that, why don't you just give me some budget? Maybe we split like 30 or 40% over here in Facebook. Let me run something and find some meaningful data. Then we compare two sets of data to see which one works better. Then only we start looking into, okay, I think this one better. Then we scale all the way. I think that's a better way to actually manage client, Abby. But congratulations for starting to become a Facebook ad strategist. I look forward to work with you more closely, because in our community, I'm actually starting to go into an area where I want to discuss a lot more deeper thing about business building. So we're going to start a community soon and all that. So you want to watch out to different moves that is coming from me. So watch out to my email. Everything is going to be communicated via email. So, but thanks, Abby, for the question. Now, the next one we have is from Shopper Maniac. Wow, that's a very interesting place. Interesting name. Marketplace, e-commerce, I think. Yeah, anyway. So He's asking any tips for Facebook ads selling ebook. Okay, that's what I understand. So you already completed the squeeze pages and offer to buy. The question is, Facebook ads budget is always making you confused. Okay, what is the minimum budget for Malaysian market and how many ads I need to do? Now, if you're asking for minimum budget, I'm assuming that you don't have a very big budget to spend. So for Malaysia's case, the minimum is still $1, but if you want to convert into ringgit, it's about 4 ringgit and 25 cents. So for all market, in fact, whether you are in Philippines and Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, it's the same. The minimum budget on Facebook ads per asset is $1. You just need to measure by US dollar. You won't run much away from that part. So $1 is the minimum. So if you are starting into a new market and you do not know, you do not have a lot of information whether which area is going to work better, which audience is going to work better, which creative is going to work better, and all sort of stuff, I would strongly recommend that you start with more like like $1 maybe is on the smaller side. I'll suggest maybe we start with $10 or slightly within your mean. Idea here is this: if you don't have big budget, especially something I don't want you to do is don't break into too many ad sets, because a lot of people likes to break into different ad sets. These ad sets target Gucci. The other ad sets target Prada. The other one target I don't know what brand. Yeah, in this case, what they argue is they will see which or so-called detailed targeting works better than they will scale. But if you're only spending $1, it doesn't make sense, because eventually you won't be able to have meaningful traffic coming in. You won't be able to exceed your learning fast enough, and you're gonna waste your money in a very meaningful way. So yeah, I call that. So if you are not having a lot of budget, if you don't have a big pool to play with, keep in one ad set and you just put all your money into one, so that you can actually exit learning faster. The idea here is we want to exit learning faster so that we can have more data to analyze and the campaign can get matured over time in a more effective way. So yes, Shopper Maniac, if you're going into a new market, that's how you should do it. But to answer your question, $1 is the minimum budget. And if you don't have a lot of budget to play with, keep them into one ad set to make sure that the learning can complete and you can start optimizing the campaign along the way. So yeah, thanks for the question, Shopper Maniac. I think that's all the questions that we get over here, that I gathered from my Facebook group and my YouTube channel. So what I'm going to look into here is I have some questions coming in. So yes is saying thank you. Yes, you're welcome. And the digital on WhatsApp ST is asking, Facebook analytics is going to be no more soon, all right? So where do we find frequency, video views, etc.? Okay, it is still there. I mean, analytics is the analytics. Okay, Facebook analytics is the place where you start looking at something similar to Google Analytics, which is something that has been created for a while, but it's no longer in use. But all the metrics inside Facebook Ads Manager will still be there. ST, no big deal, man. Nothing is going to go away. Don't worry. Everything is still there, because if you're looking at frequency, video view percentage and all that, right? Everything is still going to be inside the Ads Manager. So it's just that the analytics is going away. So a few things are going away in June, like analytics is going away. Facebook analytics is really something for you to analyze traffic, like the omni-channel, so-called traffic movement and all that. When it was introduced to the market, they claimed to be able to track cross-platform so-called traffic movement in a more effective way. However, over the years, it couldn't really gain much traction. That's why Facebook is retiring the product, which is happening in June, if I'm not mistaken, June or July anyway. The other thing that is going away is what do we call the Audience Insights. Audience Insights is a tool that some Facebook advertisers depend heavily in discovering new detailed targeting, which is something that I do not agree much. But nonetheless, it is also something that some people love to use, but it's also going away. That's what we have. All right. In June, a lot of things is happening. First thing first, in June, starting on 1st of June, Malaysia is going into another lockdown. So yeah, the cases in the region is really growing. Wherever you are in right now, stay safe. Just make sure that we are taking care of each other. All right. Just want to make sure that we are not. Just stay safe. Whatever it is. And of course, if you need more help in terms of Facebook advertising and running a business, feel free to reach out to this community, and I'll see you the following week. I promise to be here every week as long as I can do this. So every week, every Sunday night, We do this Ask Me Anything Sunday night show. If you have any questions, whether you're watching the replay, type away. I'll capture the questions and I'll answer in the future AMA. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. Thanks, Jera, Yes, ST, Weng, and who else? Ayman, everyone else who is watching this. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.